Today, I'm super excited to share with you a short Vinyasa flow yoga practice. This practice is suitable for all levels, and we're going to get straight into it. So we're going to start today's practice by lying down on our backs. If you'd like to move along with the playlist, I'll just give you a few moments to get that all set up. And together we'll find ourselves lying down on our back, soles of the feet together, knees falling out wide, and we're going to hit play together in 3, 2, 1. So just using these first few moments to really tune into your breath. Arriving here on our mat together. Maybe you want to lift those shoulders off the earth, shuffle them a little bit further down, finding a bit of space in this spine. If, like me, this is the first time you're coming to your mat today, maybe just using this time to really tap into the breath, really notice how the body's feeling. Together we'll take one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest. And I always like to begin my practices with 3 clearing and collective breaths. So together we're going to inhale through the nose. And really sigh it out. Inhaling through the nose. And really sigh it out. Finally, the deepest breath you've taken all day. Inhaling through the nose. And then really sigh it out. As you begin to find the rhythm of your own breath here now, feeling the belly rise and fall underneath the palm of the hand. Perhaps you want to start to welcome in an intention for our short practice together this morning. So if you need a little help with that, maybe together we can just select one word. Something positive that we can carry with us into the rest of our day, the rest of our evening. Maybe that word is presence, maybe it's light. Or maybe it's love. Taking one more breath here to seal that intention. Inhale. Exhale to release. We're then going to release that bind. Bring the hands to the outer edges of those knees. Squeeze your knees in towards your chest. Wrapping your arms around. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. Just welcoming in some subtle movements here. Just massaging that whole back body. Deep inhale here. Exhale, we release the bind. Feet come to the earth, ensuring those knees are in line with the ankles. And just make sure you can tickle those heels with your fingertips. We're going to inhale, right leg rises high to the sky. Flex the foot, really press the heel towards the ceiling. On your exhale, right foot to left thigh. And then we're going to interlace the hands behind that left thigh as you draw it in towards the chest. If you're working with a little bit more space today, maybe taking hold of that left shin, maybe wiggling a little from side to side. As we breathe into the side of that right glute, really creating a little bit more space here. Deep breath, we inhale. Exhale, release the bind. This time left foot to right ankle. Keep the legs in the figure 4. Just let the knees fall over to the left-hand side. We're going to take our left arm into a cactus position, so bending at the elbow. And then gazing underneath that right armpit. So we're finding a gentle little twist here. It's taking 3 deep breaths in your own time. Final inhale. On your exhale, draw those legs back to center. Stretch that right leg high towards the sky. And then exhale, come back to that semi-supine position, wiggling those hips, resetting your spine. Moving on to the opposite side. Inhale, left leg rises. Flex the toes, really pressing that left heel up towards the sky. And then exhale, left foot to right thigh this time. Interlace the hands behind that right thigh or shin, depending on your range. Again, I like to have a little wiggle here, a little rock from side to side, massaging the back body. Final breath here, we inhale. Exhale, release that right foot, right hand to left ankle this time as you let the knees fall over to the right hand side. This time we cactus our left arm, gazing underneath our left armpit. And again, just softly rotating through the center of the spine. Again, opening out through the sides of the body, getting a gentle twist here too. On your third breath, we inhale together. Exhale, draw those knees back to center. Release that figure four. Left leg rises high. And then exhale, let the left foot find the earth. This time, squeeze those knees in towards the chest. Rise the forehead towards the knees. Engage the core. Hold here for 3. Maybe release the arms for 2. And 1. Hands to the back of the thighs. Begin to rock and roll up and down your mat, building a little bit of momentum here. On your next roll, we're going to cross those ankles, roll all the way over the knees, and come to a tabletop position. So shoulders in line with wrists, hips over knees. Taking 3 cat-cows here. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale to round. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. Gaze is lifted, open through that chest. Exhale to dome the spine, really pressing down through the fingertips as you spread them wide. Final time we lift. And exhale, release. We're now going to slide our fingertips to the top 2 corners of the mat. Take those fingers into little tent position so you're up on the pads. Inhale, lift that tailbone high. Exhale, come into a puppy dog stretch. So forehead or chin can find the mat here depending on the range in your spine. Really opening up through both sides of the body. We're only here for a moment as we inhale. Exhale, sit the bottom back to the heels. Maybe take the hands behind those glutes. Take a little rest in that child's pose. Final inhale here. On your exhale, slide those fingertips forward, rock back to a tabletop position. Together, we're going to tuck the toes. Send the tailbone nice and high, arriving in your first downward facing dog. So really pedal out through those feet. Find as much movement as you like here, really wiggling that tailbone from left to right. And then finding a little bit of stillness as we breathe here for 3 breaths. Final inhale. On your exhale, gaze forward. End of the exhale, take a little step, jump, float to the top of the mat. Inhale, we look forward, fingertips to shins. Exhale to bow. Root to rise, Ardha Hastasana. Stretch those arms either side of the body. Lightly touch the palms. Exhale, draw everything into your heart center. Taking a moment to open up into the sides of the body. Together we press down to lift up. Rise those arms nice and high. This time we're going to take hold of opposite elbows. Soft bend in the knees. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. On your exhale, you're going to tilt to the right hand side. When you can't go any further, take a little forward fold. Release the head, release the neck. And then come all the way around to the opposite side. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. Exhale, take those circles in the opposite direction now. And letting everything go as you hang through center. Coming all the way up the right side, this time coming back to neutral. We're going to release the bind Tadasana mountain pose. We begin to flow. On your next inhale, press down to lift up, we rise. Lightly touch the palms. Exhale, waterfall the chest all the way down, so ripple through the spine. Inhale, we look forward, flat back. Exhale, hands find the earth. We're going to step back with the right foot and then the left foot to our high plank. Shift the weight forward. We're going to wrap the elbows into the sides of the body. Exhale to lower knees, chest, chin, 3 points. Slide the chest through, separate the feet as you press into the tops of the feet in your baby cobra. And then exhale, release, roll all the way back over those knees, tuck the toes. Send that tailbone high, downward facing. Maybe take a little wiggle, maybe reset the spine. Let's build a little bit of heat now. Inhale, right leg rises high. Exhale, right knee to nose, send the weight forward. Inhale, take it up and back. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, take a twist. Inhale, we take it all the way up and back. Exhale, right knee to the right elbow. Inhale, take it all the way up and back. This time on your exhale, bend that right knee. Open out through the hip. Maybe take some little circles into that right ankle. Maybe swirl that knee around a little. Final inhale here. Exhale, square the hips. Step or guide the foot between the hands. We're going to press down to lift up into our high crescent lunge. So all 10 toes facing forward, gaze is lifted. We inhale. Exhale, peel open, deep bend in that front knee, warrior two. Together we flip the front palm, reach forward. Exhale, side stretch. Really reverse that warrior, maintaining that deep bend in the front knee. Inhale here. Exhale, windmill those arms through warrior two. This time, right forearm, right thigh. Sweep the left arm up and over. Gazing underneath that left armpit, we inhale here. Exhale, can you sink a little bit deeper, even switch on those quads. On your next inhale, open those arms nice and wide. Extend that front leg. We're going to heel toe the back foot in ever so slightly. Reach forward with the right hand as you send the hips towards the back of the room. And then tilt into that Trikonasana triangle pose. So here can be a great place to use that block on the inside of that right foot. As you dial the chest high towards the sky, gazing to that lifted fingertips. Zipping up through both thighs, we inhale here. Exhale, gaze down towards that right toe. Deep bend in that right knee as you reach forward to find your block or the floor. Open up Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Now really flexing that back foot. Maybe if you give yourself a little smile, that leg might go a little bit higher. Option to stay here, option Chapasana, left hand to left ankle. Let's really open out through the chest. Not worrying if you wobble or fall here, just leaning into any movements that arrive. Final breath, we inhale. Exhale, release the bind. Take a huge step back with control. Fan the arms open, warrior two. And then cartwheel them to frame that front foot. We're going to step back to our high plank, this time moving through a full chaturanga. Or you can stick with that knees, chest, chin. Together we shift the weight forward, wrap those elbows in, core drawing up and in here. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale to roll over those feet, lift the chest. Open through the heart space, thighs off the earth. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just taking a moment here to reset, maybe have a little wiggle. And catch your breath as you spread those fingers nice and wide, softening through the shoulders. Final breath here, we inhale. Exhale, can you soften chest a little bit closer towards the thighs? Left side we go. Inhale, left leg rises high. Exhale, send the weight forward, left knee to nose. Inhale, we take it up and back. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, engage the core, take a twist. Inhale, take it up and back. Exhale, left knee to the left elbow, squeeze everything up and in. And then we take it all the way up and back. This time, bend that left knee, open out through the hip in our split dog. So you can either stay here, maybe taking some circles into that left ankle. Really opening out into the hip for one more inhale. On your exhale, square the hips, step or guide the foot between the hands. We're going to press down to lift up, rise into that high crescent lunge. So imagining you've got headlights on your hips here, all 10 toes facing forward, softening through those shoulders. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. Exhale, with control, peel open, warrior two. Deep bend in that front knee, pressing into the outer edge of that back foot. Together, we flip that front palm, reach forward. Exhale, side stretch, cracking open through the side of the body. Remembering this is a side stretch, not a back bend as we inhale. Exhale, fan those arms through warrior two. This time left forearm, left thigh, sweep the right arm up and over. Pressing into both feet as if you're tearing the mat apart. Gazing underneath that right armpit, inhale. Exhale, straighten front leg as you open out through those arms. Zip out through both thighs here. We're going to inhale, heel toe that foot, the back foot even inwards a little bit, shorten that stance. Sending the hips towards the back of the room as you reach forward with that left hand. And then tilt into your Trikonasana, your triangle pose. Again, option to use that block on the inside of that left foot as you open the chest and the side body up towards the sky. Breathing here, don't worry if you wobble. Final inhale. Exhale, gaze down towards those left toes. Deep bend in the left knee as you reach forward to the floor or to your block, finding your half moon. So right leg flies back, flex the foot. And you can either stay here in this balance, or maybe you want to take Chapasana, taking hold of that right foot, really pressing the foot into that right hand. As you open up through the chest, through the hips. It's a tricky one, don't worry if you wobble. I'm getting pretty warm here now, so don't worry if you are too. We're here for one more inhale. Exhale, take a huge step back with control. Fan the arms open, warrior two. And then as if you're moving through honey, cartwheel them to frame that front foot. Step back, we're moving through that vinyasa, so shift the weight forward, elbows in, high to low plank. Inhale, scoop the chest through as you roll the shoulders. Upward facing, exhale, downward facing dog. So building a little bit of heat here now, you should feel that agni, that fire start to build in the belly. We're going to close this short flow with a little standing sequence, just to really keep our mind in the present. So on your next inhale, gaze forward, enter the exhale, step, float, jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, fingertips to shins, we look forward, exhale, release. Root to rise, ripple up like a wave, gather everything either side of your body. Lightly touch the palms and then draw everything into Anjali Mudra, hands to heart center. We're going to send all our weight into our right foot. Squeezing our left knee in towards our chest. Keep the gaze lifted as you really press down through the big toe of that right foot. On your next exhale, we're going to take that left knee over to the left-hand side and then place that left foot on the inside of the ankle, the calf, or you can help it just above the knee. So we're coming into our tree pose here. Tuck the pelvis ever so slightly, draw up through the belly button and the center of the spine where we really engaged that core earlier in those pulses. Hands can stay at heart center. Or maybe you want to reach up and take opposite elbows. So a bit like those circles we took at the beginning of the class. Really opening through those shoulders, through the sides of the body, up to the arms here. Gaze is focused. In yoga, we call this our drishti, and it can help us maintain our balance, focusing on one point that's not moving. Final inhale. Exhale, release. We're going to take a huge step back with control. Come back to that high crescent lunge. And then exhale, a little optional vinyasa here. Or you can just step back to your downward facing dog. So maybe moving through that flow just to reset the body. When we meet back in our downward facing, we're going to inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, jump, float to the top of the mat. Inhale, we look forward, flat back. Exhale to fold. Root to rise, Ardha Hastasana, rippling up through the spine, hopefully not getting stuck in a mosquito net like I am right now before our hands find Anjali Mudra, heart center. Pressing all our weight into our left foot this time, we're going to squeeze our right knee in towards our chest. Drawing up through the core, we inhale here. Exhale, turn that right knee out to the right-hand side. Then you can use your hand to place that foot on the inside of the thigh, or maybe take it to the ankle or the calf if that feels a little more accessible. And drishti gaze is focused, lifting and lengthening, allowing the energy from the earth to lift you that little bit higher. Maybe you reach up. Maybe you find those branches, taking the reverse grip on those elbows this time. And as we breathe here, reminding yourself that you are strong, you are calm, and you are centered. Feeling all that delicious new energy traveling around the body here. We're here for one final inhale. Exhale, release. Take a huge step back with control. Brief moment in that high crescent lunge. And then exhale, moving through our final vinyasa. That knees, chest, chin, that high to low plank. Thighs off the earth if you're going for that up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. And in this final downward facing dog, we're going to take a few rounds of lion's breath. So lion's breath is inhaling through the nose and then blowing all the air out of our mouth, maybe even sticking out our tongue, maybe shaking our head yes and no, just to release any stagnant energy. So together we inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale for 2. Exhale. Final inhale. As loud as you can, exhale through the mouth. Letting go of anything that doesn't serve you. On your next inhale, gaze forward. End of the exhale, little challenge. Step, jump, float to a seated position at the top of your mat. Hopefully that was a little bit more elegant than mine. We're going to take the soles of our feet together, just take a little forward fold, a very restorative, relaxing forward fold. So lifting up through the crown of the head, moving the fleshy parts of the bottom. On your exhale, you're going to roll all the way down. Find a little C curve through the spine. Releasing through the lower back. Allowing everything to hang heavy. Final inhale. On your exhale, ripple all the way up through the spine. We're going to reach our fingertips forward, lower all the way down onto our back, squeezing, engaging that core as you lower. And then just slide those knees to hip width apart. Closing our practice with a little bridge and supine twist now. So hands pressed down either side of those glutes. Again, like the beginning, make sure you can tickle those heels with your fingertips. Gaze is firmly on the ceiling to protect the neck. Inhale, we prepare. Exhale, press down to lift up, open through that chest. Now you can either stay here, or if you want to go a little further, maybe interlace the hands. Snuggle those shoulder blades together as you really press down to lift up. Deep breath here, we inhale. On your final breath, your third breath, lowering all the way down. Taking hold of opposite elbows on the floor behind your head, just windshield wiping those knees from side to side. And then, as I said, we're going to close with that little supine twist. So right knee squeezes in towards the body, left leg goes out long. Give that right knee a little wiggle, a little hug. On our exhale, our right knee draws over to the left-hand side. Shuffle left hip underneath the body. Rotate through the center of the spine. Taking the gaze in the opposite direction to that knee, so underneath the right armpit. And our aim here is to really have both shoulder blades rooting down into the earth. Final inhale here. Exhale, come back through center, squeezing the knees in towards the chest. And this time we keep hold of the left knee, give it a little hug, give it a little wiggle. On your exhale, left knee over to the right hand side, shuffle the hip underneath the body. Rotate through the center of the spine. Letting everything go now as you feel the weight of your body softly melting down onto the earth. Releasing all effort as you let everything go. When you're ready, drawing those knees back through center, we're going to squeeze those knees in towards the chest, rise the forehead towards the knees, squeeze everything as tightly as you can into a tiny little ball. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, come to your Shavasana, let everything go. Again, maybe lifting those shoulders off the earth, shuffling them a little further down as we allow all the benefits of our practice to sink in. As this is a short practice, you can either pause me now and continue to lie here in our Shavasana, or if you're a little tight for time today, making sure you take at least 10 deep breaths as we lie here together. When you're ready, we'll begin to wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingertips, allowing that movement to grow. Maybe circle the ankles, the wrists. Perhaps take a full body stretch as if you're waking up for the first time today. Tucking those knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around. Give yourself a nice big hug. Thanking your body for everything it's done for you today. Or then rock onto whichever side feels most comfortable. Just spending a quick moment in that fetal position, allowing yourself to come back into this space. And then in no rush whatsoever, we'll come to meet in a seated position at the top of our mat. Moving squishy parts at the bottom so we can root down through the sit bones. Together we close our practice exactly how we began, with one clearing and collective breath together. So inhale, we rise those arms nice and high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Coming back to that one word, your intention. Softly, quietly repeating it to yourself, carrying it with you into the rest of your day, your week. Together we rise thumbs to the third eye, bow always in gratitude and always in peace. Thank you so much for letting me guide you today, and I look forward to seeing you next time.